So, this next part is supposed to be kind of my introduction. Pretty much kind of let you know where I'm coming from. Just a little piece that I wanted to go ahead and get off my chest and speak about or speak on today. Um, Once again, I want to say this is my truth. I'm not telling anybody else's story. It's the way that I remember things from my memory, my experience. Don't mean to offend, but if I do again, I really don't give a fuck. Um, I don't hold any grudges. I should say that. Not very many people in this life that I hold grudges against. All the shit that I talk about, it's just to let people know, or, you know what I'm saying, to get it off my mind and to just let people know what happened. And, you know, a lot of the shit that happened, I'm pretty sure somebody else has been through it or going through it or whatever, and just to let whoever know that shit happens to everybody, to all of us, and it's okay. And most of the time, people always have a reason for doing something, and that's why I call myself very practical, because I can be very objective and empathetic to the next person, to most people. Again, I don't hold any grudges. It's just my truth. And with that being said, yeah. So, a doomed soul, some may say, more than likely that has been here before. Born to a 19-year-old unwed drug addict who already had a 5-year-old kid. Life has always been hard for me, now that I'm 36. Sometimes, shit, I wonder if I'm cursed, because shit happens back to back, one after another. You know, just as soon as something good gets going, it's fucked. But I say that I feel like I'm cursed sometimes, but like I was saying, there's always light. If I am cursed, I know that I have a guardian angel, because shit just always works out. I can say that it's always fucking hard. I don't give a shit what it is. It's gonna be super hard for me. It's always a different path or extra step that I seem to always have to fucking take. But gotta be somebody watching out for me. With that said, it's a story my oldest sister would tell about a babysitter who used to watch us when my mom went to work. One day the lady tied me up in a blanket, knotted it up, and she left the house. Sometimes I wish my sister hadn't been able to untie the knot and tell my mother what had happened. Seems dark, but I think it would have saved me a lot of loss, grief, pain, and heartache. Broken family, broken home. My grandmother had 7 kids, of which 5 men took the pleasure of being absent. Total chaos, drugs, abuse, ignorancy, all played a part in the basic living environment of my childhood. You had to be there to understand the depth of the chaos and the ignorant ass shit that would go down in those types of neighborhoods. Most people don't witness their grandmother practicing voodoo. Most people don't get molested by their teenage aunt. Most people don't witness their uncles hold a Uzi to their mother's head. Most people don't have babies at the age of 12. My mother was special. I mean that in a lot of ways, good and bad. I didn't realize it until I got older, but there was a lot of reasons she acted and treated me and everybody else for that matter the way that she did. This lady could be hella mean and ignorant. I'm talking about ignorant, not ignorant, ignorant. If that even means anything. There was one night I remember she beat me with a tennis racket and chased me down a dark street yelling Freddy Krueger and Jason would kill me. This was all before she threatened to throw me over a bridge and spit in my face. This and all the other times was coming from a person who had been neglected and beaten all her life by her family and people she thought loved her. Sometimes the people that are there to help you most can be worse to you. Now, when I was writing this, that was exactly how I wrote it. But just going back and reading it before I was saying it now, I was looking, I didn't mention my dad. And that's because I really didn't know my dad growing up. I knew of him. There was a few different stories floating around. But I didn't meet him till I was about 32, I want to say. Maybe 31. And that's a whole nother story, but still absent. I spent a little bit of time with him, and I just don't get it. But it just tripped me out how I never mentioned him in this whole beginning of my fucked up life. This audio log or vlog, like I said in the beginning, it's about the fucked up times in my life. There will be some pleasant times and some special times that I've had, but this is about the dark times in my life, so it may get a little bit dark. But this is what I'm writing about, so hopefully it doesn't bring anybody down. The goal is to tell the stories and to, I don't know, enlighten. Because there's always a silver lining in everything, and just to know, like I said, that somebody goes through things like this and able to write about it, and maybe someone can relate. But again, these are my dark times, so they will be dark, and hope you enjoy.